All right, good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming here for our Student of the Month for the month of April. I almost said May. We're getting close. But this is a special time. I was talking to a few parents on the way up, and it's a good feel. We love inviting the families in. It's really a good celebration. Only 10 to 12 students every month are selected by their teachers for this award. So it's a really big deal. So thank you for being here. We're going to go by department. They'll come up. The teacher will say something about the student, and then I normally forget to say this, but I'm not going to today. Once you're done, you'll get your award and your certificate. You'll go right over there, that corner, get your picture taken, and then at the very end, all the award recipients will come probably over here and get one big picture. We have coffee and donuts at the end. You guys can kind of hang around. There's no rush, though I'm sure if you're Student of the Month, you do a nice job of getting to class. So when it makes sense, enjoy your coffee and donuts and get back to class. So without any further ado, let's have Miss Loveday come on up.
Come on, Luke. I'm going to turn so you can see your audience. All right. Good morning. So Luke is my diamond in the rough. That is the first thing I thought of when I was grading papers at the beginning of April, and I was looking at progress reports, and I was looking at how many great behavior tokens he had, and I was pleasantly surprised that he was above everybody. But he is a diamond in the rough, so you wouldn't see it if you were just looking. You would have to do some research. So this is my second year with Luke, and I'm looking forward to a few more years, and he's doing great. So thank you.
All right, now from our CTE department, Ms. Valenti. Oh, there you are. I was like,
I'm right here. Snuck up.
that's good.
I do the Teacher Academy, and kind, hardworking, and positive are words to describe a good teacher, and these are also words to describe Heather. I always get like this, but she's an ideal choice for Student of the Month. She always has a light around her, a genuine sweetness and a smile, and I've never known her, after a couple of years teaching her, to say anything unkind about somebody else. Out of my class of seniors, she's truly the most enthusiastic and passionate about teaching. She wants to be an elementary school teacher. She's always seeking feedback on her work, and she actually uses it and puts it into place to improve her work and grow. She's one I can always count on to answer emails and respond and just be responsible and follow through with her responsibilities. And I recently had the privilege to come see her teach, and to see a good teacher in action is just like a beautiful thing, and she's just a natural. She's working with first graders, and she was helping them read, and everything she was doing was just very, it's exactly what I would have said. She's just a natural. So, her mentor teacher just raves about her, and they love having her in class. So I'm very excited about this promising new teacher and her future, and it's very bright. So good job. You've been working really hard.
All right. Next up from our English department. Looks like she knew she was coming. Miss Callahan, come on down.
Did we do this when I was here?
Yes, you just didn't get it, I guess. I don't know if you guys did that.
Congratulations. So I'm Miss Callahan from English. This is Deshawn. I had the luxury of looping with my kids from freshman year to sophomore year. So I was thinking of who was the person last year that I saw a lot of growth to this year. And Deshawn was someone who isn't really the loudest person in the group. However, in my first period when everyone's silent, he's the one that I look to be like, hey, can you help them get an answer? He's someone that is kind of like the unsung hero of really all my classes. I can rely on him. English might not be his favorite, but he is able to offer his thoughts even if he is possibly wrong. He's not afraid to help other students out. He's someone that reels in some of my other rowdy students in that class, and someone who should be shout out for all the hard work that he's doing that might not be recognized other places. So.
All right, next up from our math department, Mr. Rich, come on down. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations. Good morning, everybody. My name is Mr. Rich. I am the math teacher. I teach geometry. I have the pleasure of having Sienna in my first period class, and you kind of know when you walk in, everyone kind of asks the teachers like, "Hey, how you guys doing?" And they just kind of like, "Good." She always asks me how I'm doing, and you don't really realize how much that means to you until like you've had a bad day, or you might have a bad morning, and she might have a bad morning, but she still walks up and is like, "How you doing, Mr. Rich?" I'm like, "I'm doing good." She's like, "Same." Or we both kind of give each other that look of like, yeah, it's one of those mornings. You know what I mean? Another point I want to say is she always tells me how much she doesn't like math. But most of those people that say they don't like math, when you give them a problem, yeah, she might give me this look, she might grumble at me, but I still see her picking up her pencil and getting the work done. She's still trying, she's still putting the effort in. Being a coach and a teacher, I'm a big effort person. I don't care if you get every single problem wrong, but if you're trying, that's what matters to me. And she'll try, she answers questions. It's very quiet, but she answers questions. And she's just a very hard worker. She's how many sports do you play?
Two sports.
Two sports. Two-sport athlete. She comes home from track meets late, and she's still willing to just put the work in. She always looks at me, I'm tired, but she tries. So that's why I think Sienna deserves Student of the Month this month.
Next up from our Performing Arts Department, Miss Wright, come on down.
I practiced with you on this side of my body. I'm a performing artist. I had to practice this whole thing. In my living room, she's on this side of my body. Just one of those things. Sorry, everybody. All right, so good morning to you. Good morning. So today, I'm going to tell you a story. But unlike most books and stories, this story begins at chapter 9. In chapter 9, once upon a time, there was a young woman named Hannah Geddick. Hannah Geddick, unlike most of the adults in this room, had to start high school online. How difficult that must have been. High school is a time where you meet your people. But who you meeting in your living room? Not many people. 9th grade was rough. Chapter 10. Here we are. Chapter 10. Hannah walks through the dance studio doors. There she is, still a little timid, still looking for her people. She tries a little here, she tries a little there, still not quite finding her people. But spring of chapter 10, she walks into the dance studio and she meets 12th and 11th grade girls who are vibrant, who are confident, who know what they are doing, and they are ready to show the 10th grader the way. And they were also pushy, but don't tell them I said that. Okay, great. So here we are. Chapter 11. Now, I had heard that Hannah was a great dancer, but I had just seen a good dancer. I had asked in chapter 9 and chapter 10 for Hannah to do different things. Sometimes I would get no, or I'm not interested. But chapter 11 I got, let me think about it. Great. Here we are. Chapter 12. First day of school. Hello, Miss Wright. And who was it? It was Hannah Geddick. She is confident, she is bold, she is brave, she is beautiful, she is it. Anything I asked Hannah to do, yes, Miss Wright, I'll do it. Even the things I didn't ask her to do. I'm looking on my text messages and I get this picture. Like, oh my gosh, that's Hannah. I didn't even ask her to go there. And here she is. But like anything, when you start doing the right thing, you get haters. And Hannah had some haters. And I will never forget, one of Hannah's friends came up to her and told her something that another friend, girl, had said about her that was so mean. And my heart sank, and I was ready to go right after that other young lady. But before I could say anything, Hannah says, I don't care. I'm gonna like her anyway. She said, I'm not gonna stop liking her just because she said that about me. And after she said that, I was like, yeah, what she said. I'm with her, right? So here we are, chapter 12, confident, beautiful, and she is just fantastic. Hannah pushed through till she found her greatness. She saw the light, she stepped into her light, and she wears it as humbly as you can imagine. She wears it. So, in closing, I interviewed Hannah once, and her words were this: I'm back, and I'm ready to give it my all. And that is exactly, ladies and gentlemen, what Hannah Geddick has done. It is not how you begin the journey, but rather how you end it. It is my pleasure and my honor to give Hannah Geddick the Student of the Month Award. The end.
Do I have any volunteers from any departments that would like to come up next? Otherwise, I'll just go from my list. From our PE and Health Department, Miss Downey, come on up. I do almost always put Miss Wright last.
Yeah, you really should.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything as vibrant as that, but I do have a really great student to offer you. This is Sean. And you'll have to excuse me, I have a lot of students and past students in here this morning, and I am just excited to hear all the wonderful things about them, but I am so excited to tell you all the wonderful things about Sean. Sean is steady. He's so steady. He comes in and he is just focused. He's very quiet, and someone that others might even look over and miss that steadiness. But I see it. He is there every day. If he misses, he is, what can I do to make up what did I miss? He accepts compliments, he accepts critical feedback, and he applies it. And I think that is something that you need to know that I see, and that is greatness, and keep being steady, keeping forward, keeping focused, because that's awesomeness, and that's going to keep driving you forward and getting you to where you want to be. All right, I'm proud of you. Good job.
All right, next up from our Social Studies Department, Miss Klein, come on down.
So I am lucky enough to have taught or to teach most of the students in this room, and I can say that my colleagues have made great choices. Alexia was my choice for Student of the Month this month. I taught her last semester in AP Psychology, and then this semester I have her in Honors Government. And throughout the year, I could tell how much of a hard worker, how diligent, how motivated, how much she wanted to learn the material. It was this semester that I got to see how truly dedicated Alexia was to her work. She's a leader in my class. I can always count on her to participate, to ask questions when she has them. She even went for a week-long vacation to the Philippines. And I was a little bit worried, ooh, a week, but she came back 100% on track with what we were doing. She was even the person to raise her hand to answer the warm-up question the first day she was back. I was like, who is this? So thank you, Alexia, for being great all year, and good work.
All right, next up from our Visual Arts Department, Miss Neno.
So I'm Miss Neno. I teach all the 3D art here at Kent Island, and this is Charlotte Burkhart. I chose Charlotte for my Student of the Month because I've taught Charlotte in 2 classes now. All of her work is just amazing. Like, it blows me away. This was one of her pieces that was in Art Scene last night, and she always, like, her planning is great. You know, I don't really need to give too much feedback. We kind of talk through her ideas, but like, they're always on point, always a little extra, which I love in my class. This turtle was our recycled project from last semester where they had to use recycled materials, and you can see the bottles, there's cardboard in here, there's wire, and then there's all these paper bags. She was finding all of the green bags that she could to crochet all of these parts on this turtle, which took forever. It was in an art show in Baltimore for recycled materials. One of my favorite pieces, but honestly I love every single thing that she does. This was actually purchased at Art Scene last night. I don't know if you know. For the full asking price. Yay. So, and you know who purchased it? Your dad, because he put so much work into this that he couldn't let it go. So there's your money. Here's your little tag that says sold on it. But all of her work is just really, really amazing. I hope that she is able to take 3D art senior year, because she'll make me look really good. Yeah, Charlotte's awesome, and I appreciate having you in my class and all the hard work that you do.
All right, and our last award recipient from our World Language Department, Ms. Lopez Miller, come on down.
Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Ms. Lopez Miller and I teach Spanish too. I made sure to wear a little bit of heels so I don't look so short. But here is my wonderful student Madison. Madison is currently my Spanish 2 class. So Spanish 2 sometimes can be a little challenging, especially in 4th period, right? But she always gives her very, very best. Thank you for being such a dedicated student in our class. Your hard work and determination to learn are truly admirable. Your intelligence and eagerness to learn new things are very, very inspiring. Madison is the type of a student that he challenged me as a teacher in the most positive way, because I know she's going to have that question. She wants to know the why, the how, but that is something that I really love about her. She's right next to me and she's like, so wait. I'm like, any questions? No, but wait, call on. And I'm like, okay, Maddie, say it. And I love that about her because she really wants to learn and she's always giving her best in the extra. I am grateful to have you in my class. I know you have beautiful, big dreams. We talked about it and I can't wait to see all the amazing things you will achieve in the near future. I'm very proud of you and muchas felicidades.
All right, so that brings us to the end of our Student of the Month ceremony. Again, we recognized today, I just counted, like I said, normally it's 10 to 12. Today it was 9. So you are one of 9 out of almost 1,200 students. So congratulations. Stick around for some donuts and coffee, and thank you.
Before everybody moves, the students with their trophies and certificates come in front of the book.